On April 30, 1803, the United States completed one of the most consequential land deals in history. For $15 million, the young republic purchased approximately 828,000 square miles of territory from France, nearly doubling the size of the nation for about 4 cents per acre. But why would Napoleon sell such an enormous territory? How did President Thomas Jefferson persuade France to agree? And how did this purchase transform the future of the United States? This is the story of the Louisiana Purchase. At the beginning of the 19th century, the United States was still a relatively small country. Its western boundary was the Mississippi River. Beyond that lay the vast Louisiana Territory. The region stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to present-day Canada, from the Mississippi River toward the Rocky Mountains. Although France claimed the territory, European control was limited in many areas, where numerous Native American nations exercised sovereignty over their own lands. The purchase transferred France's claim, not automatic control over all of the territory. American farmers west of the Appalachian Mountains depended on the Mississippi River to move crops to market. The port of New Orleans was especially important because it connected inland trade to the Gulf of Mexico and global shipping. When Spain controlled New Orleans, the United States negotiated navigation rights. But in 1800, Spain secretly agreed to return Louisiana to France. American leaders feared that Napoleon's France might restrict access to the river. Jefferson believed that losing access to New Orleans could threaten the country's economic future. Napoleon initially hoped to rebuild a French colonial empire in the Americas. However, several events changed his calculations. The Haitian Revolution France attempted to regain control of the colony of Saint-Domingue, modern Haiti. French forces suffered devastating losses from combat and yellow fever. The campaign failed. War with Britain. At the same time, renewed conflict with Britain appeared likely. Napoleon worried that the British Navy could seize Louisiana if war resumed. Rather than risk losing the territory without compensation, he decided that selling it was the better option. Jefferson sent 2 diplomats to France, Robert R. Livingston, James Monroe. Their instructions were modest. They were authorized to spend up to $10 million to purchase New Orleans and possibly parts of Florida. Instead, the French made a surprising offer. The entire Louisiana territory was for sale. Livingston and Monroe recognized the opportunity and agreed quickly, even though they had not been specifically instructed to buy such a vast territory. The final agreement totaled $15 million. It included about $25 million paid directly to France, about $375 million to settle claims by American citizens against France. The United States did not have enough cash available. Instead, it financed much of the purchase through bonds backed by European financial institutions. For the United States, the purchase cost roughly 4 cents per acre. Ironically, Jefferson questioned whether the Constitution explicitly gave the federal government authority to acquire new territory. He even considered proposing a constitutional amendment. Ultimately, fearing the opportunity might disappear, he decided to proceed under the treaty-making power granted to the president. Congress approved funding after significant debate, and the Senate ratified the treaty. The Louisiana Purchase transformed the United States. It nearly doubled the nation's size, opened vast areas for future settlement, led to the Meriwether Lewis and William Clark expedition to map the new territory, strengthened American control of the Mississippi River, accelerated westward expansion. At the same time, it had profound consequences for Native American nations. The purchase did not extinguish indigenous land rights, but later U.S. expansion resulted in treaties, displacement, and conflicts that reshaped the continent. The Louisiana Purchase remains one of the most significant diplomatic agreements in American history. What began as an attempt to secure a single port became a transaction that reshaped North America. For France, the sale provided much-needed funds and allowed Napoleon to focus on European wars. For the United States, it created the geographic foundation for continental expansion. Yet the purchase also marked the beginning of a new era of conflict over land, sovereignty, and the future of slavery, issues that would shape American history for decades to come. The Louisiana Purchase was more than a land deal. It was a turning point that changed the map of North America, altered the balance of global power, and set the United States on a path toward becoming a continental nation.